Big D, Dallas, Texas, the location for the Grizzlies. Well, if you want to watch an exceptional 3-and-D big man, keep an eye on Jaren Jackson Jr. as they prepare to get down to business at the American Airlines Arena. Grizzlies, Mavs, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. With Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. And we also want to welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania. Thanks for taking time to join us, Shams.
BA.
And how about we check the numbers for him?
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. We've got Edey, Jalen Wells out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And for Dallas, Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Williams is out there with Max Christie. And it's Flagg in at the small forward position. And the Grizzlies admitted they were not close, Shams, and they pivoted this summer, trading away Desmond Bane.
Sometimes you've got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. The Grizzlies clearly reshaped their salary cap books, and their history shows they've been able to find some sleepers in the past as well. So can they use those assets and flexibility to reload? We'll see in the coming few months.
To the middle. Gafford passes to Williams. Pass to Flagg. To the paint. It's stolen. Morant with it. Guarded now by Williams. Williams against Morant. Some solid defense from Williams. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Edey over Washington, and the rebound goes to Dallas. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
Last time, free throw shooting was their kryptonite. Just could not keep pace.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter, they get it back. Edey lays it up and banks it in.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they can make a basket, I guess.
And Williams has got the ball here for Dallas. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Outside Morant. Over Flagg. And it's Morant missing.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
To the inside. Oh, my goodness!
Okay.
Throw it down!
Come on!
Oh, he ripped down a 360 jam! Woo! Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Shams, a personal question for you. This is just about the industry in general. I know you have all these sources. You don't reveal your sources. No good journalist does. But what's in it for them?
You know, BA, I'm going to tell you guys, because this is a nice family environment here at the desk. It's always something for me, 365, 24/7. These are real relationships. It's always a two-way street when it comes to whether it's a source or relationship that I have in this industry. And right now, more than ever, it's a relationship business. You can't just show up when you need someone. And so for me, I go every day and try to build the best relationships I can.
Hey, and let's face it, we're in the entertainment industry. And how entertaining is it to get a scoop from Shams?
Come on now, we're all waiting for it.
Wells, the pass to Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Flag. Williams with the screen. Takes the three. And it's Flag missing.
A very sluggish start on offense. 4 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Wells, the pass to Morant. And here's Jackson. Puts up a three. Gafford grabs the miss. Outside Christie. Williams against Morant. Williams passes to Washington. Clock at 6. Christie finds Washington. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's blocked by Edey. And rebounding the ball is so important. Here's a look at some of the best small forwards in the league at collecting boards. 5th on the list, Cooper Flag.
And these guys may not be the tallest or strongest players on the floor, but that hasn't limited their ability to mix it up and dominate on the glass.
One word you always hear used to describe these guys is active. They don't leave it to just the bigs that do the rebounding. They get in there and do the dirty work themselves.
From deep, Morant. And it's Flag with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And there's a 3-second violation. And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
They get it back, controls the rebound and the putback. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Morant against Williams. Pass to Flag. Four on the clock. Stolen by Jackson. Takes it inside. Uses the glass on the layup.
With those long strides, Jackson Jr. eats up the ground in a hurry.
Mavericks trail by 10. Outside, Williams. Washington, a screen on Morant. Williams from long range. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wells, the pass to Morant. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Edey missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
And this summer, the Grizzlies going all in to draft a player who'd been a virtual unknown about a year ago, Shams. Cedric Coward.
Yeah, you love stories like this, and he really shot up the boards as well at the NBA Draft Combine with his immaculate shooting percentage. And get this, BA, 6'5" with a 7'2" wingspan. For those trying to do the math at home, that's a +9 wingspan. So absolutely elite physical tools. I'm told they're very excited about Cedric Coward in Memphis, guys.
Seems like a guy who could make a name for himself quickly.
Ooh, an aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Jackson outside. Washington grabs the miss.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Pass to Flag. Here's Gafford. Shot clock at 5. Washington finds Williams. Over Morant. Memphis with a rebound. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Outside Christie, pass to Flag. The three from Washington. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Memphis leading by 7. Three-pointer. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now. Inside. Here's Washington. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And that one falls for Washington. And with picks 2 and 3 in this year's draft, Shams, we saw the Spurs and the Sixers add to already crowded backcourt rotations.
The draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits increasingly important to win in today's NBA.
And so it's Memphis with it. Morant, the pass to Aldama. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Jackson for 3.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Flag. The 3 from Thompson. Can't get it to drop.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Down low. Stolen by Russell. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. John Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back to you guys.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie, thanks for the report. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Edey with a screen on Russell to the paint. And the dunk by Edey.
Morant's got great understanding of the game. He can move like very few can in that pick and roll set.
And for Dallas, they're shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Gafford with a screen on Morant. Inside. And the dunk by Gafford.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
Memphis leading by 3. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. To the middle. Here's Aldama. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Here's Thompson. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Let's go with a 3. Aldama grabs the board. Outside Morant. 3 seconds left. And it's good on the layup. And now a 7-point Memphis lead. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies, Santi Aldama out there with Jock Landale. Then it's John Conchar. Then there's Vince Williams. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. Memphis leading by 7. And the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
On the wing, Thompson. Back to Russell. From outside the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
Here's Williams. Takes a three. No luck on that one. The Mavericks shooting a poor 25% for this game so far. The three from Thompson. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
And this is Thompson's shot, one of the most gifted outside shooters the NBA, the world has ever seen.
Pass to Landale. Now here's Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Aldama. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 6. And here's Russell. Back to Thompson. Russell a screen on Caldwell Pope. And here's Thompson for 3. Williams grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Landale. Launches it. And it's Martin with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Russell deciding where to go with it. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And with the new CBA, Shams, powerhouse teams faced with tough choices on their rosters.
That's the one part about the CBA, is it's becoming difficult to keep everyone in the fold. It's perhaps made dynasties less feasible in the modern era, and we've already seen unprecedented amount of parity in today's NBA.
Well, one thing's for sure, you better develop your younger players as well.
And on that note, BA, there's no better place to look at than Oklahoma City.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Fires it. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Williams. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. Mavericks trail by 6. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Martin, the pass to Marshall. In transition. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Thompson passes to Lively. Russell finds Thompson. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Martin misses. On the wing, Caldwell Pope, guarded by Marshall. And he gets the bucket. Caldwell Pope's gotten his first basket of the night.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Lively with a screen on Caldwell Pope. The 3 from Thompson. Offensive rebound. Lively with a screen on Williams. The 3 from Russell. Dallas no good that time either.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Thompson outside. Pass to Martin. Martin a screen. Thompson against Caldwell Pope. Thompson passes to Marshall. 3 on the clock. There's the 3. Thompson's shot is off.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Mavericks. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. Dallas, 4th.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. Mavericks trail by 10. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
Williams finds Washington. Back to Williams. Washington a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Flag outside. Again the miss by the Mavericks.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Outside Wells. Back to Morant. To the inside. Pass to Edey. Over Gafford. And it's Edey missing. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Christie. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Jackson with a screen on Williams. Second shot opportunity. And they recover it. Takes a step back. It's Morant capitalizing inside.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
The 3 from Washington. Memphis with a rebound. Pass to Jackson. From deep. Sinks the tray. Jackson's got 5 now.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Outside, Williams. Here's Flag. To the middle. Washington passes to Gafford. Edey with a steal. Snatched away. Here's Flag. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And here's Morant. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half of basketball. Jackson outside. It's stolen by Washington. Morant against Williams. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flag. He can't hit that time.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
And as always, Shams with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
Williams with it. 9 points in his last outing. Just 4 to shoot. For 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 8 rebounds in the game. Morant looking for an opening. Morant taking no chances on the flush.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Down by 15. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. And here's Flag outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And it's Williams off the drive. Misses from close range.
and he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. More 2K action in just a moment. Begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Williams is out there with Max Christie, and it's flagged in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And out of bounds, the Mavericks will take it. And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments. And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Pass to Edey. Now Morant over Williams. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
And now Memphis on the break. Memphis shooting their first foul shots of the night. The first one falls. Looking at the Grizzlies last year, all of their top 14 players in minutes played were in their 20s.
Yeah, in some ways it's a good thing. Bodes well for the future, but I think they could use some veteran leadership at times. It's a tough balance between youth and experience.
Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
The transition point started by Morant, not only with the steal, but he gets the break going with that first pass.
Williams passes to Gafford. Here's flag. Pass to Christie. 5 to shoot. Here's Washington. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Washington's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Grizzlies lead by 17. Back to Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Just an electrifying style on the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh yeah, no, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
And Morant drops them both. Richard, one of the more jaw-dropping athletes in the game. At 6'2", Ja Morant can get his head at the rim.
And he said we'll see that less often these days. He is trying to save his body and stay on the floor for his team. That is key.
Here's Williams. Back to Washington. 3-pointer. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Washington. A story of 2 halves last season for the Grizzlies, Richard. At the All-Star break, 2nd in the West. But things went south down the stretch.
Yeah, specifically their defense took a turn for the worse. They barely made the postseason and only to get swept by the Thunder.
And he sinks the 2nd. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, BA, they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Beyond the arc. Here's Edey. Soft touch off the glass. Edey's got 8 points.
Maybe they expended too much energy in the first half. They just look tired here on the defensive end.
Pass to Washington. Going inside. And he banks in the layup. He's got 14.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
And a look now at the rookies that have been on fire lately. Cooper Flagg third.
He's shown that under the right circumstances, he can really make his presence felt on the scoreboard.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Grizzlies lead by 16. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's Morant missing.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Christie with a screen on Morant. Inside. Intercepted. The three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Flagg's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Williams. Still without a bucket. Here's Flagg. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Oh, deflected. Oh, and a fast break for Dallas. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Ja Morant picks one up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Wells. And again, it's Memphis missing. Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
D'Angelo Russell, he's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks trail by 12. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Williams. Fires for 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
To stop the drought. Outside for Morant. And Morant laces the triple.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Russell a screen on Jackson. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Memphis leading by 13. Up top, Morant, guarded by Russell. And it's Morant missing.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Outside, Williams. Edey with a steal. It's Wells on the wing. Williams defending. Morant against Russell. Shot from 16. And it's Morant again missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And it's blocked by Edey. Morant with it. Russell covering. Kicks it out to Jackson. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Edey with a screen on Russell. Pass to Edey. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Lets it go from the wing. And another miss by Memphis.
The one thing he and his coach have in common, they'll both have nightmares about this quarter. Yikes.
Outside Russell. Now Washington. Edey defends. From 11 feet away. And it's Washington missing. Grizzlies lead by 13. Outside Wells. Down low. Here's Jackson. He makes it from the left block. Jackson's got his third bucket of the night.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Russell against Morant. Just 5 on the clock. The Mavericks pull it in.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Hardy in for Williams. Landale, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Conchar. Drills it from deep. Conchar's got 5 now.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Mavericks trail by 15. 54 seconds left in the third. Pass to Hardy, and here's Russell. Lively with a screen on Morant. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. "32 seconds left in the third quarter. Landale misses.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Lively with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Inside. And Lively with a basket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Morant. Circus shot, Ja Morant.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Thompson fires for... Oh, it's good!
At the buzzer, that is how you finish it.
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer. Woo.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up.
Understand something. We're not going to get it all back in 2 minutes. We got to work the game. 3 stops, 3 scores, all right?
Asking for patience, but wanting a run. Jason Kidd trying to motivate his guys to get it done.
Yeah, you have to dominate some stretch, even if it's a short one. Otherwise, the game's likely to run away from you.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court for Memphis, Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Santi Aldama out there with Jock Landale. And it's Conchar in at the 3. Here's Hardy. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. The shot by Hardy, no good. Grizzlies lead by 10. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen. To the paint. Lively passes to Russell. Marshall on the wing. Back to Russell. Shoots over Morant. The shot by Russell, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And there's the lob. Cuts off the pass. Conchar with the ball. Now Thompson defending. From deep, Morant. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Here's Lively. And the deficit down inside single digits.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. And we will have a timeout called by Tuomas Isalo. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And Dallas making a change here. Gafford's checked in. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Edey's checked in for Landale. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Outside Russell. Four on the clock. Pass to Marshall. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got his 16th rebound on the night. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Stolen by Gafford. Here's Hardy, hounded by Morant. Hardy, the pass to Russell, and stolen by Morant. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Edey. Poke loose. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Aldama outside. And here's Edey. He's guarded by Gafford. Shot clock at 6. To the right side. Here's Morant.
Yeah, ever since the break, he's just struggled to find his shot.
No good there, off the double clutch. And we've got a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on Cooper Flagg. What's the situation, Allie?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Mavericks. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. His absence really will affect this team's competitiveness, so hopefully they can stay the course in the meantime. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the update. Good to get that information.
Listen, the big thing is now we have more information on what's going on with him. Hopefully, there's no setbacks.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Thompson. This one for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 6th assist of the night.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Memphis leading by 8. Now Morant. On the wing, Conchar. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. For Dallas, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. And here's Russell. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Outside Russell from the arc. Conchar pulls it in. Memphis has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's Aldama. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Edey. Aldama outside. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
The Mavericks shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Russell with the ball. The 3 from Thompson. Clay fires back with a 3 to answer.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Gafford with the block. Inside. Clay busting it up inside.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Memphis leading by 6. Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Conchar. No good on the triple. Here's Hardy. Conchar covers. It's stolen away. Now Caldwell Pope. First one falls for him. A different look for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Marshall. Christie comes in for Thompson. And Williams is subbed in for Hardy. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Williams against Caldwell Pope. From downtown, they get the rebound.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now Jackson fires the 3. Rebounded by Russell.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. And we will have a timeout called by Tomas Isalo. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Wells is checked in for Memphis. Jackson surveying the D. Edey with a screen on Washington. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam!
You don't expect this from Jackson Jr. He catches them by surprise by passing it.
Mavericks trail by 6. Right side, Russell. Sinks it in the post!
An experienced player who is never shy. Russell, he owns the big moment.
Now Morant. Jackson fires! Oh, missed on the tray. Dallas has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Russell. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. 6 to shoot. Outside, Williams. The putback, and he grabs the board and finishes it off. Well, Memphis shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Morant. Rebounded by Russell. The Mavericks trailing. To tie it up. Here's Washington. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting just 37% so far in this one. With the step back, Morant. Oh, Morant! Wow!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 40% so far in this one. Russell. Oh, it doesn't go! And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Here's Morant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Russell.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Now Washington spins. Now Gafford. Six on the shot clock. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
And there's that signature rim protection from Jackson Jr., making his presence felt.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one, and that puts him up 5. Timeout called. The Mavericks. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Washington fires. Misses the 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Ja Morant.